If you've ever been on a restricted diet and you're trying to transition out of that, you are going to experience the pendulum effect if you have not already. This is how it works. And I want to encourage you because it passes and you'll get better through time. So this is how the pendulum effect works. When you're on a super restricted diet, you're not allowing yourself to have balance and you're obsessing about food, you're all the way over here on the pendulum. And then you decide, you know what? I'm done with this. I am so sick of obsessing about food and restricting my diet. So you come over here and I call it, you get a little case of the F-its, we'll say. So you're all the way over here and all of a sudden you might eat off the rails, but then you think, okay, I don't feel good over here. So then you come back over here and you say, I'm going to eat healthy again. And then you go, oh, but it was fun to eat over here. But then you say, but I feel better when I keep my promises to myself. And what you'll notice is as you go back and forth between these two states, that pendulum swing gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So it stops swinging so wide. And this happens in all areas. So for example, if you tend to not use your voice or speak up for yourself, then the pendulum effect will happen as well once you start using it. If you're all the way over here and you never speak your mind and you never stand up for yourself, that's pretty extreme. So what'll happen is you might pop off one day and say, I'm ready to use my voice. And it might come off pretty aggressive and you're like, I'm going to let this person have it. And then maybe you feel bad. You're like, no, I need to stay quiet. That didn't feel good. But at the same time, it felt good not holding it in. But you know what? I need to be responsible with how I use my voice. And I do need to stand up for myself. And that pendulum effect gets smaller and smaller once again. So anytime you're an extreme, one way or the other, and you're trying really hard to have a little more balance in that area, the pendulum effect will happen. So stick with your intention to maintain that balance and to get back to being balanced. And eventually that pendulum isn't going to swing so far.